This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Hindu.
Good evening. I'm calling regarding a credit card account, or I'm calling for a new bank policy, a premium loan, a PAN card in a few days. But gear up to bid a final adieu to those irritating calls and offers thanks to Mr. Try. Hello and welcome to News Tonight with me, Evelyn Matthew. That's our big focus on our show tonight. Press do not call, and if that trouble persists, well, a hefty sum awaits the offenders. So as a mobile user, what are your benefits this time around? Tonight we bring in Mr. G. Rajan from the Consumer Association of India and ask him what this could really spell for you and for me. But first, a look at the headlines. The Chief Minister of the state declares all the rupees in his bank and in a move to hush his arch rivals and party critics. Making up or breaking up reads the writing on the virtual wall. The cybercrime cell of the city hopes to wipe out the social menace. Supreme Court puts the question to A. Raja, asks why the former minister blatantly ignored Dr. Singh's objections. Say bye-bye to those endless telemarketing calls and SMSs. Try cracks the whip with a hefty fine for unlicensed offenders. The yellow metal is heading up and away. The bullion rates reel under global pressure. Showers in the state claim 4 lives from the coastal districts today, while the city's roads are brimming with the rain god's fury.
And this is not quite a scene which you would expect from an IT corridor.
And on World AIDS Day, we look at how the funds for the affected AIDS population are depleting by the day. Meet the Kurumbas of the Blue Mountains of India, who double up as the custodians of the big cats of our hills. Let's also take a look at what's making news nationally tonight. As the centre welcomes the Supreme Court's supervision of the CBI inquiry, P.J. Thomas recuses himself. No amount of aid will stop the Pakistan army from backing terror groups against India, says the latest revelations in WikiLeaks expose. The Andhra Chief Minister picks up his team in the backdrop of the Reddy family drama. Jagan supporters are out, but his uncle stays in. And bookie Mazhar Majid implicates 4 more Pak cricketers in the spot fixing controversy. Are they now on their way out? His life is an open book and he lives in a street house. The top man in the state, Chief Minister Karunanidhi, had said this in a declaration of assets in a letter to his party men. The numbers are around these figures: a fixed deposit that's around 5.65 crore rupees, a savings bank account that amounts to around 35.9 lakh rupees. He's also declared the property in Gopalapuram, which is where he's currently residing at. This is also seen as a response to the AIADMK's charge, where they claimed that he is the richest politician in Asia, and the fact that also the 2G scam has his minister A. Raja in the center of the controversy. So clearly a move to hush all of them. Our senior correspondent Peer Muhammad joined us with his inputs and what this could really mean in the political sphere.
Yes, I know it's more of a campaign. It's a political campaign just to answer the opposition, and particularly he is trying to convince his party cadres. Yeah, this is addressed to his party cadres, and this might come in useful for the party cadres to face up to the opposition campaign, which says that Karunanidhi has become the richest man in Asia, particularly in the backdrop of the former DMK Union Minister A. Raja's spectrum scam, in which he is accused of looting the nation of 1.75 lakh crore, which is a huge amount which the opposition is trying to make a poll plank. And this 10-page statement from the Chief Minister, saying that he doesn't have more than this, will come in useful for the DMK cadres in the run-up to the assembly elections.
Now in another story, love may make the world go around, but when it sours, there is no amicable parting in Splitsville. Because of one person's anger, you can lose anything from reputation, peace of mind and the bank balance as well. Thanks to social networking sites, taking revenge on your former partner or wife is easy, and the trend is only growing, say our city's cyber cell cops. Although offenders cannot go ahead and claim that through these sites they can be jailed for anywhere between 3 and 7 years. There is no let-up in the emerging crime though. Every third day, the cybercrime cell receives calls on such cases of virtual harassment. Close to 100 cases have been reported so far this year, and although some have been punished, many more get away with it. Our crime reporter Salim brings you the new avatar of the top social networking sites.
"27-year-old Priya, an engineer by profession and already married, was surprised when she received marriage proposals from random people. A little digging on the profile of her networking sites unearthed the fact that her relationship status on Facebook profile was changed from married to in an open relationship. She lodged a complaint with the city cybercrime cell. They traced the IP address to a software company in Chennai. And shockingly, it was Priya's ex-husband Rahul and his female colleague who were behind such a smear campaign.
See, this is a social menace. We have to see how strictly we have to deal with it, whether we should treat them like outright criminals or it's only a social kind of misbehavior which needs to be addressed in schools and colleges.
At least 1 in 10 complaints handled by the Chennai cybercrime cell relates to such issues of harassment, defamation and invasion of privacy when using social networking sites like Facebook, MySpace, LinkedIn and others. Here are some possible crimes committed using social networking sites. The term cyber stalking refers to gathering information and misusing the same in order to harass. It may be false accusations, monitoring, making threats, identity theft and damage to data or equipment. When social networking sites are occasionally used to emotionally abuse individuals, it is known as trolling. Social networking sites can sell one's personal information to anyone who wants to buy it, including spammers and online predators. In some cases, one creates a profile for a real-life person in manner which can ruin the person's reputation by publishing offensive material. This is called cyberbullying. So what will you do if you have fallen prey? Sit and cry? Or seek ways to get hold of your life?
Is send out personalized email from your other email accounts to all your friends who you think are in the immediate friend circle and let them know that your account has been compromised. Next, save all the photographs or the information that you received wrongly through your account that's been compromised. Save them up because you will need them as evidence. And finally, approach the cybercrime authorities, hand them the evidence and make a complaint.
Although offenders can be booked, cyber cops say 90% of the complainants prefer to settle the issue out of court. Only 10% insist on taking action even if the accused is well known to them.
Wherever it's very nasty or where the person has been maligned in a very, deprecatory manner, there we take very severe action. Like sometimes the ex-girlfriend is passed off as a call girl or something like that. There we take very severe action.
There are just a couple of real solutions to a problem like this. Either you can seek the help of the police or follow the example set by the cybercrime officers. They don't have an account in a social networking site. You too can be cautious with whatever information you put out on the internet. In Chennai, Salim for NDTV Hindu.
This is News Tonight. Still ahead on the bulletin. If your mobile reads a number that begins with 70, we'll tell you why you can comfortably